You know, when the smooth jazz of Motown is playing, there's probably somebody in Washtenaw County who's upset that they spent the day in Judge Simpson's court. Probably somebody else out there that's happy they had a crossing with Judge Simpson. Either way, we're going to hang out with the judge this evening, talk about what we see in his court. Welcome to the Simpson Symposium. This is what we're doing since Fleischer was not in court today. Fleischer Forum is on hold until Fleischer comes back. But hey, there's always Simpson. Simpson never disappoints. I assure you tonight is no different. Stay tuned. We have about an hour and a half of Judge Simpson coming up in the Simpson Symposium. But as a special bonus, we have a special presentation from Bay County with Judge Van. So stay tuned after the symposium for another Judge Van cattle call from Bay County. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Simpson Symposium. I am your curator, Lone Wolf Usul. You know, Judge Fleischer was not in court today. Nobody really knows why. It really doesn't matter. I'm sure he has his reasons. Probably had some family things going on. But whenever Judge Fleischer's not around, got to pivot to something else. And Judge Simpson's always got something to talk about in his courtroom. So I scrubbed about 6 hours of Judge Simpson's docket down to about an hour and a half of some goodness that we can all jaw about. And after that's over, we got some Judge Van on dock with another Bay County first appearance cattle call. But first, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Washtenaw County, Michigan and visit with Judge Simpson.
All rise. The 14A District Court for County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan is now in session. Business for the court drawn near. You may be seated.
Are they out?
There's two MDOs.
Oh, it's MDOC. Thank you. Court does call the case of the people versus Jenny Liu.
That's a lot of the people.
Good morning. And go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. This time people are waiting for conflict with this honorable court and the office of the vendor. People do not believe any conflict exists. Make a waiver, please, or just fall down.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren
Oh,
Perry.
no, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. The Public Defender's Office likewise does not believe the conflict exists, but if one does, we also waive.
And the court for its part also does not believe there's a conflict either in the Michigan court rules or the cases decided they're under. To the extent a conflict does exist, given the waivers, the court will consent to hear the matters. All right.
Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Liu. Ms. Liu, can you please state your name?
I'm sorry.
She spoke, but you did not hear her. She might have an audio problem.
Ms. Liu, can you hear me? If you can you wave your hand, please? Okay. I cannot hear you.
Is it on now?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, you got it. Okay.
All right, sir.
Your Honor, we are asking for an adjournment of this misdemeanor. We are working with our social work division for mitigation. As the court knows, she has 2 pending felonies in front of Your Honor as well. I don't remember off the top of my head when those were set. I think December 5th, actually.
Were they because they were doing the mitigation on those also.
Correct, yes.
You think I said on December 5th?
I believe so.
Who was that? It was you?
That would be.
You looked it up? It's kind of stalkerish. Sorry, I did not mean to say that about you. Good morning. To it. Go ahead. What date, Emily? I'm going to stop thinking. You just tell me.
December 4th.
Will that work?
That works.
Of course you can say that. December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Thank you, Ms. Liu.
Thank you.
Go.
Court calls the case. People versus Michelle. Is it Marinez?
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. Marinez, who appears via Zoom from at the MDOC. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Michelle Marinez.
Marinez. That's what I meant to
It's also
say.
available to the defendant to plead to 1 count and dismiss 1 count or 1 for 1 between the 2 counts, each of assault and battery, 93-day misdemeanor and or $500 fine. I think she's going to accept that today.
That is correct, Your Honor. I have discussed the offer with my client and she does wish to accept it today, pleading guilty to count 1.
She wants to plead to count 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, could you please raise your hand? You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name again for the record, please.
Michelle Marinez.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of assault and or assault and battery. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
No, you're not. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you in any way?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will.
Yes.
And because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
June 13, 2023, at the location of the Huron Valley Correctional Facility, what did you do involving an Amanda, is it Martin, that makes you think that you're guilty of this offense?
I put my hands on her. I assaulted her.
You what?
I said I put my hands on her. I assaulted her.
You slapped her?
No, I put my hands on her. I jumped on her.
Or you jumped on her? Okay. You didn't have her permission to do that, did you?
No.
And you didn't do that accidentally. It was on purpose?
Yes.
What was it?
I mean, it was more of she kept messing with me and I ended up jumping on her.
And then you jumped on her, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you did that intentionally, although she might have said something to you. You
Yes.
jumped on her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People are satisfied.
Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count one. Count two is dismissed. I have to set it for sentencing because it's a victim's rights case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be,
November 20th.
whoa, where'd Emily go? I'm sorry, what time?
1 p.m.
What day?
November 25th.
November 25th, 2024,
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond will continue.
Ma'am.
Do you want to be okay?
Court does call the case. People versus Carlos Strong.
Especially long for people, the arraignment notice.
Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
Carlos Strong.
All right, Mr. Strong, you are before the court on a misdemeanor complaint that alleges that on or about June 26, 2022, at the location of 3825 Carpenter Road, that being the Meyer, that you did commit the offense of retail fraud, second degree. You understand that charge, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased if 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $2,000, that would become your maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. My first question to you is, do you want to be represented by counsel?
Define what that means. I was gonna ask to have an attorney. Define what that means. I was gonna ask to have an attorney.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm asking you. Do you want an attorney?
Yes.
All right. It's a public defender case.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Strong, we would waive any further reading and stand mute and ask for a nominal bond in this case in a pretrial date.
All right. Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to November 20th, 2024, 9 a.m. And sir, are you expected to be out of, you're at Macomb County, are you expected to be out by that time or do you know?
No, I'm not. I was gonna ask, I got 2 questions. I was gonna ask, would I get transferred out there or will I, do it over here?
You mean your next hearing?
Yeah, yes.
Your next hearing, we'll do it like this. Okay,
And,
if you're still there. So what I will do, I'll set it on the 20th, 2024. Actually, that's not enough time
We could go,
because I need 2 weeks.
yeah, December 4th would be the next one.
All right. So I'm gonna set your pretrial for December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. I'll set his bond at, are you under sentence right now, sir?
yes.
Okay. So I'll set your bond at a 1,010% bond so that you're getting credit. All other standard conditions, including no assault to behavior or possession of weapons. No alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that, sir?
Yes,
And
said
I
no
will also
recreational.
indicate that in case you are released, you're not to enter any Meyer store in the state of Michigan. Okay?
Uh,
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Strong. We'll be in touch.
Court does call the court. Well, court does call the case, People versus Jamie Pike.
For the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joe Simon on behalf of Ms. Pike. Jamie.
Good morning, Mr. Simon.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Jamie Pike.
Good morning.
For arraignment purposes, we wait for more reading of the complaint. Stand mute, Your Honor.
Defendant never waiting for a reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea.
And Your Honor, with respect to the pretrial, I'm requesting approximately a 30-day adjournment of the pretrial. The reasons are my client has been screened and assessed. She's in individual therapy. She's begun an outpatient therapy. I provided that documentation to the people. We are expecting a community corrections referral today. And I'm
How would
asking.
that be?
Pardon me?
Never mind. Go ahead.
And we're asking for my client to have some good performance on that before I approach the people for disposition.
All right.
This is an OWI involving a single vehicle crash with alleged BAC of 0.204. People are requesting either a scram tether or a sober link. I do not see any prior OWI or any criminal history for this defendant.
You said there was an accident.
It was a crash, single crash is wrong.
All right.
And we would request a sober link, Your Honor, if the court would order that.
Oh. So at some point he thought he had a choice. He's been coming here, I don't know how many years. He's never had a choice. It's always been my choice. But for whatever reason today, he thought he had a choice.
I noticed the court's wearing Maryland colors today.
Proudly so.
I understand, and usually that indicates home field advantage.
Oh, hi. So I need a, what? Wow. This isn't gonna work. Could I have a pretrial date for Mr. Smith? Apparently he can pick his date too. Just what you had to say it too. December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. Defendant's bond will be set as a $20,000 personal recognizance bond. Ma'am, as a condition, all standard conditions, there is also to be no assault behavior or possession of any weapons. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will also indicate there should be no possession or consumption of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will also indicate that you are to report to the Department of Community Corrections for placement on we'll do it, sober link device. You are to report within the next 24 hours. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Simon?
Not this morning, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
What?
I want to give you a fair warning.
It's like a threat. Court does call the case, People versus Mario Ponce Acosta. Oh,
Good morning, Your Honor. It's wonderful to see you on this beautiful, gorgeous day. Robert Ellman with and on behalf of Mr. Ponce Casa.
what's he gonna ask for? He never greets me that way. Sir, can you state your name?
Mario Antonio Ponce.
Thank you.
Your Honor, after review of this case, this time people are going to be filing a noble cross.
Your Honor, I don't have to ask for anything.
Wow. Case is dismissed without my signing of the nollie press. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You do the same. Wow. If I had known, I wouldn't have called it. Court calls the cases of the People versus Deral Frederick.
Conrad Solar on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
All 5 cases.
And after let me put it on one of the matters, Your Honor.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Payne, on behalf of Mr. Frederick, who stands to my right, please state your name for the record, sir.
You're Frederick. Well, yeah, all right. What are we doing?
Thank you, Your Honor. We're respectfully requesting an adjournment. I have been in discussions with Mr. Siller regarding these cases, and there is an offer available to resolve the Pittsfield Township matters. Mr. Frederick is not being, or he is being held on several pending felony matters, including felony VOPs. We are asking for an adjournment so I can further discuss with both Mr. Siller and Ms. Londi regarding resolutions of all these files.
So, okay. So when is his felony VOPs up?
I think his VOP was scheduled for a hearing on Monday. I believe he's up for PCC again tomorrow on one of the pending felonies.
Oh, okay. So he's set before me tomorrow.
I don't know for a fact, Your Honor. I neglected to write that down, to be frank with you. I thought he was.
That's not what she said. She said it like it was a fact. Is he on my docket? Okay, so I'm just trying to, scheduling wise, I mean, I can set him for the 20th.
I believe that would be enough time, Your Honor.
Think that works?
The resolution of these aren't dependent on what'll happen on his felony files. These
Okay,
will be handled separately. I'm just saying for the record, he's being held on the felony cases.
Got it. Okay. I'll adjourn these matters then to November 20th, 2024 at 9 a.m. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Courthouse case, people versus Msa Willis.
That's one for the people.
Albert on behalf of Ms. Willis in one of the matters.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexis Zerb, student attorney seeking permission to practice pursuant to Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate. On behalf of Ms. Willis, on case ending in 1808.
Is the reason you didn't come up earlier, did they have you in timeout?
No.
Oh,
Rather,
okay. I was just
they're
scared. I was just
congested up
scared.
here.
Usually you're like right up at the table. I thought Miss Parody did too.
No, Your Honor.
All right. And what are we doing?
Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, it was our understanding that Ms. Willis had been approved to be released to treatment. She was not in custody as of October 30th. And then it was shown that she's been transferred to another facility. We have tried to be in contact with the facility, but they will not confirm or deny whether she is present in the facility without a signed ROI.
Is that another correctional facility?
Your Honor, she was transferred to inpatient treatment.
Got it.
And so she was previously up for her felony pretrial. I was expecting her to plead on that matter, but it was the day she was transferred, so the facility wasn't able to accommodate her. And so she was not written out today. So at this time, as far as my case, we're asking for an adjournment. Believe it'll be sorted out by the next felony. We should be able to get her out for that.
All right. I'll adjourn both matters to December. Say again?
December 4th.
Okay. December 4th.
If I may just check my calendar, Judge.
Sure, we'll wait.
Thank you, Judge. So I have a final settlement conference at 8:30. If we could set it for like the 10 o'clock in 14A2. If we could set it for the 10 o'clock docket, that day works for me, but I'm asking a lot here today.
Do I do that? Don't I set it for 9? Don't I usually like set everything for 9 and then tell counsel if they have special accommodations, they can contact Ann, for which Ann will now say no.
Well, I'll figure it out.
We'll wait for it. 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Court calls case people versus Adiva Benton.
Conor, it's still on behalf of
After wanting people.
She is. Oh, she is. Hello, your name?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's a PD.
One of them.
township case is a public defender case.
I checked this and I don't believe she's been arraigned on either of them yet. I have one to show cause for people, the others are.
Right, and the others are arraignment. Okay. Ms. Benton,
Yes.
you're before the court on two cases, all right? The first
Yes.
case, that being the case ending in 1163, is a case that alleges that on or about August 14, 2024, at the location of 2112 Glencoe Hills Drive, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, that you did commit an assault and or an assault and battery. Do you understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The other case, that being the one ending in 1331, is a misdemeanor alleging that on or about August 14, 2024, at the location of Clark Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Do you understand the nature of that charge, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $500 fine plus court costs. The court could order community service and any rehabilitative services the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand all of that?
Yes.
All right. So my first question to you on both of these matters is, do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
All right. These are public defender cases.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Attorney on behalf of Ms. Benton. We waive any further release to the charges and ask for free trials on both cases.
All right. Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute on these matters, court will enter a not guilty plea on both cases. Pretrial in each of these cases will be adjourned to November 20th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Is there alleged BAC on the other?
Sure. On the drunk driving case, there was no crash. There was consent blood draw .172. 1172.
1172?
172.
172. All right. All right. Anything you want to say regarding bond?
No, Your Honor, I will just, well, I guess, yes. She did have a newborn baby. She's also experiencing homelessness right now. I did, when I did speak with her, we represented her on another matter. I did speak with her about these cases. She indicated that she's been staying in shelters. So I know she's experiencing a bit of instability right now, on top of having a newborn and other children. So I asked the court take that into consideration when deciding her bond condition. And also she would like to ask the court, I know there's a $50 show cause fee, and given her circumstances, she did want me to ask the court to waive that fee today for missing her first arraignment.
Well, I'm not going to waive it at this point. Let's see where we go on that. All right. On the assault and battery case, the one ending in 1163, I'm going to order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession of any weapons. You are also not to possess or consume any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. I will also order on that case there's to be no contact with Recoya Williams. You understand all of that, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the other case, I will also order standard conditions, no assault behavior, no weapons, no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. I will further order that you're to report to the Department of Community Corrections within 24 hours for placement on a sober link tether device, and I've signed that order. You understand all of that?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a question though.
Okay.
Why am I being placed on the tether? When they came, when the police came to my home, I was not driving.
Ms. Benton,
said
I'll
I
give
was
you a
drinking and
call
driving.
after, Ms. Benton. I don't want you to say
Yes.
anything about about the allegations or the charges today. I'll give you a call after court today and we can talk about any questions you may have, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
The state charges and the township charges all arise out of the same incident.
Got it.
It's kind of a long flowing incident, really one incident.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Jan Marida.
Morning, I'm Rob J. Kill on behalf of Mr. Marida. John, Jaylen, would you state your name for the record?
Jaylen. Good morning. Good morning.
Judge, can we adjourn this matter a couple weeks? Ms. Lonnie and I would like to watch a video together and see if we can resolve this.
Is it about the case?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well,
I
I asked her for
What?
Saturday night, but since she's a married woman.
You had, wow, I wasn't saying, was I
And
saying?
I'd like to
that?
set up-
I'm done.
I understand. At 10
November 20th,
At 10 a.m.
2020.
Just
You're such a jokester. That's funny. 9 a.m.
What, November 20th, 9 a.m.? Thanks. Thank you, Judge.
Court does call the case People versus Brandon Smith.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Smith. Please state your name for the record.
Brandon David Smith.
And Your Honor, in this case, the defendant yesterday resolved the felony matter with several misdemeanor pleas to go to 15th District Court. So this time we're going to dismiss this case, have one probation for 15th. However, should he become non-compliant or there's other good reasons to engage offer.
That's a correct statement. No objection to that.
No objection, Your Honor.
Case is dismissed.
Thank you.
Good luck,
Your Honor.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Is it Jaylen Ford? Jaylen Ford.
Yeah, it's Jaylen.
Jaylen, is it Jaylen?
Yeah, it's just spelled crazy.
Good morning, Assistant.
You're right. It is. Dang, who did that?
My dad. I'm named after Jaylen Rose, but it's not spelled nowhere near that.
No, it's not. You're named after Jaylen Rose?
Yes, sir.
So he watched him, right?
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Right?
He ain't spelled it
Couldn't
right
get
at
the
all.
name right for his boy? That's all right. All right, whatever. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford said his name, so.
Yeah, he did.
We are just asking for a brief adjournment for plea negotiations. I think we can resolve this one. Ms. Lundy just needs to speak to the officers.
All right. I'll adjourn this, Mr. Ford, because I'm not going to try to pronounce that Jaylen. Anyway, I'll adjourn it to November 20th, 2024, 9 a.m. All right, or it's your Pardon?
I didn't say anything. Thank
That
you.
was somebody else. That wasn't you. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too.
Court calls the case People versus Jacob Spellings.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Spellings. Spellings, please state your name for the
Jacob
record.
Spellings.
You know, we're asking for an adjournment. We want to go over to discovery together.
Adjourn the matter to November 20th, 2024, 9 a.m. Was your invite indicated?
Maybe you could switch it or something.
Your Honor, he has a request. He's on.
Yeah, he doesn't want that date.
No.
Oh, never mind. Not bad.
He's on a SoberLink device. The allegation is that this was a THC involved crash. He is requesting to be taken off of the SoberLink.
Or if I could get it to the other side.
In the alternative, Your Honor, he would like a scram tether. He's nervous about missing tests, it seems like.
You would prefer to have a scram? Because I do have the second charge. The only reason I'm saying that is because he had previously been convicted of operating while impaired in this court.
That's correct, yes.
And that was relatively recently because that was in February of this year. And then also that count 2 on this case is an alcohol related offense. So that is why he is on the alcohol testing device. You want to go on a scram?
I have like alarms set at certain times to blow into that thing, and I don't want to miss it. So I was wondering if I could just get an alcohol tether that could just test for me.
We can accommodate you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Indicate defendant may be switched. May be placed on scram teller. And I'll sign an order to that effect. And if you have the unit with you, you can stop over there right now. and get it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Court calls the case People versus Erica Torres.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. Torres, who is present via Zoom. Ma'am, can you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Need to unmute.
Okay. Erica Torres.
All right.
We have reached a resolution in this matter. People are finding count 2 of retail fraud in the 3rd degree, 750-3564, and increase the misdemeanor and or $500 fine or treble amount. In exchange for a plea to that, the defendant's count 1 will be dismissed as retail fraud in the 2nd degree, a 1-year misdemeanor.
It is our understanding, and my client wishes to accept that offer today, pleading no contest.
Ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name again for the record, please.
Erica Torres.
All right, ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead no contest to the charge of retail fraud in the 3rd degree. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand? And I also have to advise you that that fine could be increased at 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would be the maximum fine. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand what a no contest plea is?
Yes.
2 things about it I have to make sure that you understand. The first thing is that it means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest that charge. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Second thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court will treat you the same as though you had pled guilty. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Basis for the no contest plea.
Potential civil liability, Your Honor.
And so, ma'am,
Yes.
to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Now, you understand that by pleading no contest, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, I understand.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal upright.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yeah, I'm on probation in Lucas County.
Okay. Pardon?
In Lucas County.
Okay. Were you on probation April 5th of 2019?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
Court has been provided and has reviewed Pittsfield Township Department of Public Safety report for their case number 19-5142. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report?
No, Your Honor.
Court, based upon a review of that report, the court does find that there's a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
We're satisfied.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of no contest to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be December 11th.
Yes.
December 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. All right. Bond will continue with its conditions. Thank you. Ms. Torres, wait on the line. We're going to put you into a breakout room with our probation department to start the sentencing process.
Okay, Your Honor, I just want to let you know, I seen you on court cam.
Okay, well, thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Court does call the cases of the people versus Dwayne Price.
That's the one.
Both there.
Yes.
Hello.
Mr. Price. Hello. What's your
How you
name?
doing? DeJuan Price.
DeJuan Price. All right. All right, Mr. Price. You're before
Yeah.
the court on two cases. The first case is the case ending, it's 08-1809. It's a citation that alleges that on or about July 13, 2008, location of M14 near Nixon Road in Ann Arbor Township, Washington County, state of Michigan. It alleges that you did operate a motor vehicle while your driver's license was suspended, denied, and or revoked. You understand that charge, sir?
Yes, sir.
That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. The other case, which is 08-1934, that complaint, get to the complaint here, alleges that on or about July 13, 2008, location of M14 in Ann Arbor Township, Washington County, state of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle while visibly impaired. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
That is a misdemeanor, as indicated, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $300 fine plus court costs. Court could order community service, any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Count 2 on that same complaint in that case alleges that on that same date and at that same location that you did operate a motor vehicle while your driver's license was suspended, denied, and or revoked. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
And that's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. And I guess theoretically at that time, your vehicle could be subject to immobilization. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. First question I have for you. You want to be represented by an attorney?
No.
Oh, boy. All right. What are you going to do on these?
I was calling because I live in the state of Indiana and I'm going to court for my license back. And
Indiana?
Yeah, the state of Indiana, yes. So I live in the state of Indiana.
They beat my football team.
I heard.
Oh, ooh, wow. Wow, you just said it. Just outright.
So yeah,
like
but you know,
Go
I'm
ahead.
from Michigan. I'm from Michigan, so you know how I feel
Okay.
about that situation.
Okay.
But so what I'm trying to do is either pay the fees because I live in the state of Indiana because it's like so old. So I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do.
Okay. So I can't advise. Listen, I can't advise you what to do.
Yeah.
Would you like an attorney to try to help you through this? Because part of these may be resolved pretty easy.
Yes.
Okay. So you want an attorney?
Yes, that's fine. Yes.
Smart move. All right. This is a public defender case.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Price. We're waiting for the reading, stand charges and request another pretrial date.
All right. Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty plea as to all charges. And let's see, Mr. Price, where are
Yes.
you? as you're trying to get everything straight down in Indiana, where are you in regard to that process?
South Bend, Indiana.
Okay, no. How close are you to trying to get it resolved? You need it resolved before you can move ahead down there, correct? Is that
Yes,
what the deal is?
Yes, I go back to court on December 22nd of 2024, and they
Good
need
enough.
to know how this case need to be handled.
That's what I needed to know. I needed to make sure that we were fitting. I figured you had a timeline down there, and I just wanted to make sure we were fitting in it. Do you think we can? These are 08 cases. So you think we can try to get something resolved for Mr. Price by the 20th of this month?
I think that's possible, Your Honor.
We'll see. My only concern is the discovery issue. I mean, obviously Miss Lonnie would know better.
Oh
but
my goodness, really,
the
really,
age,
parenting?
sometimes
I know, sometimes they don't have it.
Yeah, and or it's on a CD, and then we gotta get a CD.
So I think what Ms. Perry is referring to is video discovery.
Oh.
I would pretty confidently say we're not gonna have any. I don't see that we have any currently in our file, so we're gonna have reports.
So, Miss Perrine, you think we can maybe get this resolved for Mr. Price's sake by the 20th?
Let's say yes, hopefully.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Bright. I want to speak with Miss Payne.
Okay.
All right, fine. Here's what I'm gonna do. Mr. Price, I'm gonna adjourn your cases to November 20th. Okay?
Okay.
2024 at 9 a.m. or as your Zoom invite indicates. Let's see if we can try to get these things resolved. These cases are older than me.
Appreciate that.
Whoa, really? Bond in these cases will be set at $5,000 personal recognizance on each of these cases. Sir, as a condition of your release, I will order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or use of any weapons, no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm not gonna test it or anything. We'll just go it this way, see what we can get done. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
You said November what again?
Man, see, November 20th.
November 20th. Okay. I just had to make sure I write it down. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You take care.
You too.
All right. Is that it for that block? And then I'm just short of starting the next one, so I'll stand in recess and then I'll come back out and get these guys done. How many do I have? Oh, it's a full block. All right. Quarter standing brief recess. Court does call the case of the people versus Mustafa. Is it Kafaji?
Conor Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with on behalf of Mr. Al-Kabaji, who should be present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and state your name for the record? Your Honor,
That's the wish. Good job.
I don't have an explanation for his failure to appear. We spoke yesterday.
I just talked to you. But go ahead. No.
For the record, I'd request an adjournment. He said he was going to be here, and he also said we were going to check to confirm that he had a valid license. That being said, I don't have an explanation for his failure to appear. I would request an adjournment.
Okay. He was going to do what? See, now you've talked me into doing something nice.
He states to me, my client states to me that he now has a valid license. He did not send me a photo of it, so we were going to ask the court to confirm that he had his valid license in order to take advantage of the offer on the table. That being said, he is not here, and I do not have an explanation for that.
So, okay, so really what I should do is just issue a bench warrant because he's not here. Right?
Well, Your Honor, I would ask that you would adjourn this matter very briefly.
I don't know. Okay, so I looked. His license is valid. I know, right?
To get here.
I know, right?
Right. Or you can give you permission.
This is,
I do know he wanted to accept the offer, but he did not give me explicit permission to admit on his
you're not
behalf.
helping me, Pete.
I would ask for an adjournment, and by, at the very least, by the adjourn date, I could get explicit permission. So if he doesn't show up, then we could still get it taken care of. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Shouldn't have looked. Hey, don't ever say I didn't do a kind thing.
I never will, Your Honor.
You should like pause and then answer. November 20th, 9 a.m.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
That's it. No more nice stuff. Court calls case of the people versus Conor Collingsworth.
Conor, still on behalf.
Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
Conor Collingsworth.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is an arraignment, right? All right, Mr. Collingsworth, you're before the court on a charge of failure to report an accident that is alleged to have occurred on February 21st, 2023 at the location of Fosdick Road near Tamarack, Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days of jail, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So first question I have for you is, do you want to be represented by counsel on this case?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. This is a public defender case.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Payne, on behalf of Mr. Collingsworth. We will wait.
Got it wrong.
I know.
I spelled it wrong until fifth grade, Your Honor. So I put that G in it. I thought it was Collingsworth as well, so I'll be honest.
So
Wow, you didn't have to say all that. But all right.
We will waive any further readings, stand mute, and ask for another pretrial date, Your Honor.
All right. Then in every way for a reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter. 23, December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. Set his bond in this case at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. Sir, I will order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior or possession or use of any weapons. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's also at this time to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Anything else? No? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
And you'll be
Mr. Collingsworth? Who's that with you?
my girlfriend.
Okay. All right. Did she know you didn't know how to spell your name?
No,
I'm just asking.
I think she just.
I can't ask. He's the one that brought it up.
I think.
All right, never mind.
Well,
Never mind. I guess I was prying too much. All right. Take care, guys. Court calls case of the people versus Riley Payne.
Conor Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Payne, on behalf of Ms. Payne. Ms. Payne, please state your name for the record.
Riley Payne.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we are asking for an adjournment on this pretrial as well. Ms. Payne can get her license, I believe December 26th. So we're just kind of waiting around for Christmas time to see if she can get her license back. She doesn't need to go through any process necessarily. She just has to get it renewed once the 26th comes.
Excuse me? So she just has to get it renewed?
That, from her understanding, it's, she has to get it renewed, but she can't do so until the 26th. I don't know if it's revoked or suspended until the But that's what she reported to me. Is that correct, Ms. Payne, that you're understanding?
Yes, it's revoked or suspended, sorry.
It's suspended, you said until December 26th?
Yeah, until after December 26th.
Seeing if I can find it on here. I don't see anything that. I don't even see anything that ties in. December 26th, suspension from that date to that day. Was it something new you picked up?
No, it was for a warrant in Livonia that I got handled recently. And so I went to court for that. And yeah, I can get it after the 26th of December.
What kind of case was that?
Driving while license was suspended.
Okay. When you said you just took care of that out of Livonia?
Yes.
Oh, I think I just. Seriously? That went to, I don't see anything on your record out of Livonia, Plymouth or Livonia, that would take you to the end. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Failure to. So why'd they do that? Oh, you actually pled to failure to display a license. They then issued a new sanction against her. I see. Then you got a new sanction. Yeah, don't rush in there on the 26th because actually it goes to the 27th. Just thought I'd tell you. Should be in there the day after Christmas. Get disappointed. All right, let's do this. Give me a date mid-January. That's fine. I'll adjourn this matter January 8th, 2025. 9 a.m. as your invite indicates, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Court calls case, People versus Jennifer Kegley. I'm sorry, Kegley. This is annoying. Okay. Well, hello, what's your name?
Jennifer Kegley.
All right. Ms. Kegley, you are before the court on a misdemeanor complaint that alleges that on or about October 7th, 2024, at the location of Bemis Road, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle with a high blood alcohol content. Do you understand the nature of that charge?
Yes.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by 180 days incarceration, $200 to $700 fine plus court costs. The court could order community service or any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. First question I have for you is do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, please.
This is a public defender case.
And Public Defender Natalie Pate, with and on behalf of Ms. Kegley, we would waive any further reading, request a PR bond and a pretrial date, please.
And then having waived any further reading, standing mute, the court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be set for December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. Alleged BAC in this matter?
Your Honor, it's a blood result, .292. The defendant ran off the road into the ditch, but did not strike another vehicle.
Okay, but came off the roadway.
Came off. Right.
All right. Anything else you want to say regarding bond?
Nothing further, Your Honor. I would just ask that she be allowed to have a PR bond. I do understand, that given the nature of the charge, there will probably be some alcohol monitoring ordered.
Bond will be set at $30,000 personal recognizance of loader standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of any weapons. You understand that, man?
Yes.
I'm also going to order that there be no use of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, do you have any other alcohol-related offenses?
No, sir.
Ma'am, I'm going to order that you also report over to community corrections for placement on the sober link device.
Okay.
All right, for testing. And I've signed that order. Okay, we'll see you on the 4th. Okay, I'd suggest maybe that you stop in, do your intake before you leave here. That's community corrections, it's right over there.
Is that for fingerprints and stuff?
No, it will be a carry around breathalyzer that you'll have.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, but I've signed the order, so you got to do it within 24 hours. But since you're down here, you can probably just head over there and get it done.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Court does call the case of the People versus Mason Bell.
Conrad Silva on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
And good afternoon, Judge Brian Stacy, P33014, on behalf of Mr. Bell, who stands to my right. Please state your name.
Mason Bell.
All right, very good.
So, Your Honor, we worked out an agreement. I'm going to add a count 2 operating while visibly impaired. JC has provided me some documentation regarding past efforts. And so count 2 of operating while visibly impaired. You accept the guilty plea to that, and we'll just count 1.
That's an accurate representation of the plea arrangement, Judge. I have explained to my client his rights. In fact, I had read this again. I believe previously I tendered an advice for rights form for the file. I believe he understands those rights, and at this time is going to knowingly and voluntarily waive them in order to tender a plea of guilty to the added count, lay a factual basis thereto. You want me to get one?
And the added count 2 was operating well.
Visibly impaired.
May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear on the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name.
Mason Bell.
Sir, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $300 fine plus court costs. Court could order community service or any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. The court could order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You had previously signed an advice of rights from, you recall doing so?
Yep.
You have any questions regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
You'll see on the podium, there's a copy of one. Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal upright.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
Not yet, no.
Anybody promise you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes.
of your own free will,
Yes.
because you believe that you are indeed guilty?
Yes.
June 23rd, 2024, at the location of Michigan Avenue, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, had you consumed intoxicating liquor?
Yes.
What did you have and how much?
I had about 4 of the 200 milliliter of 99 shot.
Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
Stopped by the police.
Okay, what did they stop you for?
I believe a witness called for driving erratically.
Erratically?
Yep.
You're not disputing the right of the police to stop you in this case, are you?
No.
All right. Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes.
And were you taken to the hospital for a blood draw?
Yes.
And what were the results of that blood draw?
0.235.
All right. You have any reason to dispute those blood test results?
No.
Taking everything into consideration on that date and at that time, do you believe that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was visibly impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is satisfied, Judge.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be December 11th.
What time, Judge?
2024. I set it at 9 a.m. But my staff will be sending something out to you, letting you know the exact time block here.
And they're very good about that, Judge, and I appreciate it.
All right. They are.
Yes.
All right. The bond will continue with its conditions. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. It's a pleasure as always to see you again.
Yes, sir. You too.
Okay.
Take care. Court calls the case, People versus Donald Pitman.
Conor Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pickwick on behalf of Mr. Pittman, who should be present via Zoom.
I have a Jonathan Pitman. I don't.
Can you hear me?
I'm Jonathan.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Can you
That's
hear
okay.
me?
Jonathan? Is there a Donald Pitman?
Yes.
That's you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got him on his phone. So
Your Honor, there was going to be a resolution in this case in which he was going to be pleading to MCL 257326, but I understand that plea will not be dialed in.
correct.
For the record, I would ask for an adjournment or either for the court to consider passing the matter so I can see if he can get in Zoom
I'll
regularly.
adjourn it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Adjourn the matter November 20th, 2024, 9 a.m. Or as your invite indicates. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Pittman, log off now. We'll talk for the next one. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Jonathan Pitman.
Conor Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Pittman. Mr. Pittman, please state your name for the record.
Jonathan Pitman. How's it going today?
Good.
Your Honor, I was unable to speak with Mr. Pittman prior to today. I don't know if Mr. Pittman would be willing to share his status of his license.
My mom had told me I got a letter saying that my license had got reinstated. I haven't been driving due to the fact that I didn't think I had any license. And the matter when I did get pulled over, I thought my license were valid. I was unaware that child support had took my license, but I had made payments and they reinstated my license.
Okay.
I don't know why I have that. I don't have a driving record.
Judge Simpson, I'm a huge fan of you, sir.
Well, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
What about me, Mr. Pittman?
I only
Wow,
see
really?
Simpson on YouTube, so I'm a huge fan. I subscribe to all of his things. So hopefully he'll make me famous.
We have
I'm sorry, I'm trying to.
Mr. Pitman, they're trying to run your record to see if they can see what's going on with your license. If you just.
All right, so let me pass the matter. We'll get your call right back up. Let me run a new record on you, okay, Mr. Pittman?
No problem.
All right, thank you. Court calls case People versus Acosta Rivera.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Ms. Rivera Acosta. Who should
Is it
be on the
Rivera
phone.
Acosta?
She's been in and out, I think. She's the iPhone I'm letting in right now, so she would not have heard the call.
She did say, I accidentally left the meeting. I'm trying to get on again.
So her last name is Acosta.
Yeah, we have it as Rivera Acosta.
Okay, Rivera Acosta. Fabiana. Got it. Oh, there she is. She's on.
Please state your name.
Need to unmute first.
Hello, my name is Fabiana Rivera.
All right, she's here.
Your Honor, Miss Rivera Acosta has her permit.
She does?
She does.
Her permit, her learning permit?
Her learning permit, yes.
She's not driving in the area, is she?
Only with a licensed driver.
Okay, I just didn't want her, I didn't want her running into me. All right, no, I'm kidding.
So based upon that, Your Honor, I'm gonna move to add count 2 of double parking.
Oh, great, okay.
Responsibility to that,
That's what she wants to do?
and then I'd ask you to dismiss the original charge.
That is what she wants to do, yes.
And do you admit responsibility to the fact that on or about April 12th, 2023, at the location of Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, state of Michigan, that you double parked a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept that admission to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Fines and cost of $180. When do you think you can get that paid?
Probably by the end of this month.
Okay, you say probably. Young lady, when can you get it paid by the end of the year?
Yes.
Okay, that's all right. Let me give you to December 31st, 2024. Okay, get it paid by then. All right.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
If somebody says Happy New Year and you haven't paid me, you're late, all right?
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. You take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Court calls case People versus Cat Robinson.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny's office.
What, were you napping or what?
On behalf of Mr. Robinson, well, I haven't had any contact with Mr. Robinson, so her name didn't.
Ring a bell.
Yes. I have no explanation for his failure to appear today, Your Honor.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege. I will indicate that that warrant won't issue until the end of this week, November 8th. Court calls case of the People versus Jesse Rogers.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Alexis Zerb, student attorney, appearing on behalf of Ms. Rogers, who should be present via Zoom.
Oh, there she is.
Ms.
Hello.
Rogers, if you could unmute and state your name for the record, please.
Jesse Rogers.
Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we'd be asking for an adjournment. Mr. Siller has kindly requested some of the store video for us, so we're just waiting to get that back.
Oh. Turn the matter to December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Bond. Will
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Court does call the case People versus Shoban Schumacher.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Payne on behalf of Schumacher, who may be on Zoom. I didn't really expect them to be I have not accepted contact. Looks like the number I did, I don't know what's back. So I would, for the record.
Oh, hello. What's your name?
Shoban Schumacher.
Oh, there she is. She's here.
And for the record, I would respectfully request an adjournment and ask Ms. Schumacher to call the main public defender's office and update her phone number.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. You think you can do that?
Yes.
All right. I'll adjourn this matter out to, let me just see something here. I don't know if we can get it resolved today. Her license is valid. You have a valid license, right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Or yes, sir. Sorry.
It's okay. You gave me a promotion. Her license is valid. I don't know if we can resolve her case today if she wants to, or how you want to do
Yeah,
that.
I do.
Yeah, she wants, she said it. She's sick and tired of it.
She would like to.
No.
Yeah, so Ms. Schumacher, if you want to admit to double parking today, your misdemeanor case would get dismissed and it would be $180 fine, no points on your license.
Yes.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
And if you accept her admission, we'll dismiss the original charge.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Sawyer.
Well, she said she's not, she says that I wasn't calling anybody. I was just trying to save all the problem. Mr. Schumacher, do you admit responsibility to the fact that on June 29, 2024, at the location of Washington Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you double parked a motor vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay. Court will accept that admission to count two. Count one is dismissed. Fines and cost of $180. When can you get that paid, ma'am?
By the end of this month.
Okay. Pay it by December 2nd, 2024, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls case People versus St. Silver.
Conor Silver on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
For the record, Your Honor, my name is Saint T. Silver Pro Per. I'm the defendant in this case.
All right.
Me and the prosecutor came to an agreement, Your Honor, and I think he's the nicest prosecutor in the nation, Your Honor. And if he ran for judge, I would vote for him.
Over me?
Not if he was going against you, Your Honor.
All right. All right, I'm checking.
So we have come to an agreement.
Okay.
And Mr. Silver actually did his own legal research.
Okay.
Why I didn't agree with all of it, for someone who hasn't been to law school, he did a pretty good job.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add count 3 of double parking. He's gonna admit to double parking, Your Honor. And if you accept his admission, I'll move to dismiss the original 2 misdemeanor charges.
Your Honor, the reason I think he's so nice is because I came in here, I was going to plead guilty to the 2 charges. One's a $100 penalty and the other is $500. And his counteroffer was a $180 silver infraction. And
You were going to plead to the misdemeanors.
Yeah.
And he didn't think that was the right thing to do, right? For you, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
He is the epitome of what really a prosecutor needs to do, and that is do justice. It isn't about convicting.
Right.
And so you're right.
That's why I said what I
one of the
said.
good ones. I understand.
Meant that.
I understand. I have the pleasure of having him in my courtroom every Wednesday, basically, and so I get to see it all the time. So, sir, do you admit responsibility to the fact that on or about said August 10th, 2024, at the location of Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you double parked a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Court will accept that admission to count 3. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Fines and cost of $180. When do you think you can get that paid, sir?
Today or tomorrow.
Okay. Why don't you just get it paid by Friday? So I'll just make it the 8th. Okay. That'll work for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Fantastic. You have a great day.
You too, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you. Peace out.
Court calls the case, People versus Daniel St. Clair.
Conrad Stoller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm here.
Okay, what's your name?
Daniel St. Clair.
Okay, that's him. Okay. They're both arraignments?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. St. Clair, you have a camera?
I believe it's on, isn't it?
That'd be a no.
Oh, great. I don't.
Yep, there, it's on now, but there you are.
All right.
Okay. Mr. St. Clair, you're here on two cases. The first case is a case ending in 0715. That complaint or citation alleges that on or about May 20th, 2024, at a location on Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, that you drove while unlicensed or without obtaining a license. You understand that charge, sir?
Yes, sir.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days of jail, $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. The other charge, which is contained in case ending in 0716, is the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia alleged to have occurred on the same date and at the same location. You understand that charge, sir?
Yes.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. So my first question to you, sir, is do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yeah, I probably should, I think.
Yeah, I think you should. These are PD cases.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of the defendant. We'll waive further reading, stand mute, and ask for new pretrial dates.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in these matters will be adjourned to December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. As to bond in this case, sir, I'm going to set your bond in each one of these cases at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. I'll order standard conditions, including no assaultive behavior, use or possession of any weapons. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
There should be no use of any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal drug. You understand that? You understand that, sir? Did I lose him?
Can you hear me? Hello?
He's lagging. You understand all of the bond conditions, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. That's what we needed. Okay, so we'll see you on December 4th.
At what time?
I set it at 9 o'clock, but keep in contact with your attorney at the public defender's office.
Okay.
And that way they will be able to let you know the exact time block that you'll be in.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Court does call the case of the People versus Leon Hart.
Conrad Stoller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Uwe Dawes appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Hart. Standing to my right, Leon, state your name for the record, please.
Leon Hart.
Thank you. We're here for pretrial. We do have a resolution. May counsel approach briefly, Your Honor.
Briefly.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Honor. We have a resolution. I think Mr. Siller is going to put it on the record and we're ready to proceed.
Yes, sir.
Conrad Stoller on behalf of Pittsfield Township. Your Honor, I'm gonna add count 3, operating while visibly impaired. Defendant is going to plead no contest and add count 3. If you accept that no contest plea, I move to dismiss the original 2 counts.
That is the understanding. We are informed, ready to go forward.
And the basis for the no contest plea is lack of recollection.
Yes, it is.
All right. May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God.
I do.
State your name.
Leon Hart.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead no contest to the charge of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $300 fine plus court costs. The court could order any rehabilitative services or community service the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
And you understand what a no contest plea is?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Two things about it I have to make sure that you understand. First thing is that it first of all means that you're not further desirous or wanting to contest this charge. You understand that?
Yes.
Second thing you need to understand is that for purposes of sentencing, the court will treat you the same as though you had pled guilty. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. And you had said lack of recollection, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Sir, to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Almost blew it. All right.
Almost got it.
You understand that by pleading no contest, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
All right. You signed an advice of rights form previously. You recall doing that?
Yes.
Any questions regarding any of those rights?
I do not have any questions.
All right. It's a copy on the podium. Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal upright.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here to down the record to get you to plea? Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
Doing this voluntarily
Yes.
and of your own free will?
Yes.
Counsel, the court has received and has reviewed Pittsfield Township Department of Public Safety report for their case number 2410802. Any objection to the court having reviewed that report?
None from the people.
No, Your Honor.
All right, based on a review of that report, the court does find that there's a sufficient factual basis in which the court could determine the defendant's guilt of this offense. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 3. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and to the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be December 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. Bond with its condition will continue. Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Thank you. Start and Ms. Doss, if she stops on that probation, we can get everything rolling, so we'll be ready December. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No. He would happen. He dropped. Okay. Let me do this. He just dropped off. I should have tried to get him up a little bit earlier. Court does recall the case of People versus Jonathan Pitman.
Conor, it's still on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
He was here. We ran oh, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Pitman.
We ran a new record. He had said on the record that he thought he had received a letter that indicated his record is clear. It is not. So,
Driving.
pardon? And he's not driving.
He's not driving. Good.
Well,
So-
Conor, seeing that he was here, I'd ask for an adjournment.
I don't know. So if Miss Cert, she asked, it'd be okay, but I don't. Lauren is like really on my last nerve.
Well, I'll be here for a while. The service will be, so.
Yeah. Well, I'll adjourn it. December 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates. We'll continue. Thank you.
Right.
Is that it? I'm good.
That's it.
So 14A stands adjourned.
And now a special presentation from Bay County, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Judge Van.
Face the TV. State your name.
Gary Messick.
Mr. Messick, before the court charge of failing to register, you understand that charge?
I do, but I just registered in October.
Oh. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. Any question about that?
No.
Deputy, criminal history?
No, they have him on sex offender probation. There's an L and L sex bat 22.
Is he on probation currently?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Case number.
I know, right? You need to fix it.
All right, on the felon to register, bond is set at 10,000. I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation 22/2014. Good luck, sir. Court date's gonna
Court date,
be
sir.
December 23rd at 9 o'clock.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Frederick, sir. State your name.
Mr. Webb, before the court charge of possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia, license plate not assigned, and grand theft. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yeah, some of it's not in there. There's only two things in there.
Wait, you've only got two of them?
Yeah, it's only the tag, not a tag. It's got the list of the charges there, but on the rest of the papers, it's just the warrant and the tag.
Okay, yeah, you got the warrant, but
The one ticket and then
you got nothing about Cobra Adventure?
yeah, that's the warrant.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy criminal history, Mr. Webb?
Outside of Georgia, 21 theft, 15 and 19 battery, and DWLSR. And that's it.
Bond set at 5,000 on the meth, 1,000 on paraphernalia, 500 on the tag, 5,000 on the grand theft. No contact with the alleged victims. Court date is going to be December 12th at 9 o'clock with random UAs. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, sir. State your name.
Mr. Smith, before the court charges battery as a second or subsequent offense domestic. Do you understand those charges?
Sir?
You understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
He gave an attorney.
He gave me one.
Yeah, I'll give you one.
Yes, sir.
I appointed one for you.
Thank you.
You don't get to keep them. Deputy, criminal history?
It's on probation for the same victim.
Oh my. Case number, ma'am?
23, 62, 68 MM.
All right, sir. On the felony domestic violence battery, bond is 5,000. No contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party alleged victim. Court date's going to be December the 23rd at 9 o'clock. Case 23, 62, 68. I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation. Good luck, sir.
All right, step to your right to the T. Step on the X, sir. State your name.
Ricky Figueroa. Mr. Figueroa, you support for the possession of a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges? Yes, sir. I'm saying you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir? Yes, that's true. Based on your application, unless you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that? No, Your Honor. Jeff, history?
He's actually on interstate parole and it didn't tell me which state it was. You have California, Wisconsin, and Missouri.
Oh. Minnesota's the one. Wisconsin and Missouri.
He's saying it's coming out of Minnesota though.
It's not out of those other two states, Your Honor. It's Minnesota. I'm an interstate transfer from Minnesota. Okay, well, I guess you probably know what's coming, right? Not really, but they told me that it might be 'cause I'm on Baker Act right now. They said that I'll be going to a facility and being held there until my second court date or all right, man. On the meth, bond set at 10,000. On the paraphernalia, 4,000. Random UAs. Court date's going to be December 12th at 9 o'clock.
What was the paraphernalia?
1.
Thank you. Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. State your name, sir.
John J. White.
Mr. White, for the court charge of burglary and occupied dwelling and contempt of court for violation of protection against domestic violence. You understand those charges?
Understand what you're charged with?
Yes, I do.
All right, so I
Your
understand
Honor,
you
this is-
copies of paperwork.
Your
Yeah,
Honor,
I
Lisa
know.
Anderson here. Okay.
Been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes.
All right, let's give Ms. Anderson a chance to talk for you because she's chomping at the bit.
Thank you, Your Honor. I filed some documents for the court. Mr. White is allegedly is charged with violation of an injunction. The Panama City police officer that did this is Officer Murrell, and he claims that there was an injunction in effect on October 30th in one part of his narrative, and then later on he says October the 31st. In fact, the injunction was dismissed, voluntarily dismissed on the 29th. And I submitted a filing. I know that it had not made it to benchmark. I forwarded a copy of that notice of voluntary dismissal to your judicial assistant, along with a few other items supporting that judge.
Okay.
The initial complaint on the pending misdemeanor case lists the alleged victim, Angela Dean, her residence at 212 South Cove Terrace. When the parties separated, it was agreed between the two of them that Mr. White would stay at Bunkers Cove Road, which the two text messages that I also submitted, that's what the BCR stands for, Judge. That's a jointly owned property, 606 Bunkers Cove Road. So at the time of the no contact that was issued, her residential address was 212 South Cove Terrace. But there was absolutely no injunction in effect on October 30th or the 31st.
But there's still no contact in the misdemeanor case, correct?
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. And I don't know
And
if
that no contact is specifically for her, not for a residence.
Correct. And they have like 9 properties that are jointly owned. And before pre-injunction, it was agreed that he would be at Bunkers Cove Road, and the order of no contact in the underlying misdemeanor case has her address at Cove Terrace. So in light of, and that's why I wanted the court to have all that, because we're talking about this probable cause narrative. This Panama City police officer listed Angela Dean's residential address at 606 Bunkers Cove Road, which is not true. She's not moved into that, so that's not her home address. It's jointly owned by both the parties. And the no contact order, when it was signed by Judge Clark, was related to the Cove Terrace. So Judge, I'm asking for the court to take that into consideration. The injunction is no longer showing up on benchmark. which I think is a new
Okay.
function of the clerk, which is why I wanted the court to have that so we could show you definitively that there was no injunction and that probable cause narrative is absolutely false.
Okay, well, I can give them 24 hours to cure, or I can set a bond.
We'd ask you to set a bond.
But- Okay. All right. On the burglary and an unoccupied dwelling while unarmed, bond set at 5,000. On the contempt of court for violation of injunction, 5,000. In light of the fact that it's significantly lower than it would normally be without the defects. Tell me why I can't, or I shouldn't, Ms. Anderson, talk me out of revoking his bond on the misdemeanor. Talk me out of it, quick.
But because there's no prohibition for him to not go there. And since this voluntarily dismissal was filed, I've not had a opportunity to go over with him because there's also, it turns out, I'm sorry, Judge, I can't hear you.
She wasn't
I'm
there.
sorry, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
She wasn't there, right? She wasn't there?
Wasn't
She
where?
wasn't present? At the
I don't know,
address that we're
Judge.
talking about. Okay, all right.
I don't know. I don't have any knowledge about any of that. But there was no injunction in place at the time. So
I'm not talking about the injunction. I'm talking about the misdemeanor he's out on bond on, right? Is he out on bond on the
yes,
misdemeanor?
Judge. Yes, he's out on
And he's
bond
to
on
have
the
no contact
misdemeanor.
with her. He needs to have no contact with her.
Correct.
And that, why should I not revoke his bond on the misdemeanor?
Because Judge, I'm not sure that Mr. White, I think my understanding is that he was not clear on the no contact, that he associated it with the voluntarily dismissal of the injunction case.
Oh, he's just confused.
Well, that happens very frequently when there are multiple cases going on, and there's also a domestic relation case that just was filed. So we've got 3 different cases going on at the same time.
That's Judge Dyer's case. Oh, it's Judge Dyer's case? I'll let Judge Dyer make the call now.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. Yeah, you better thank me, because I was gonna pull the trigger. All right, have a good one, Ms. Anderson. Is that all you got?
Yes.
Court dates, I think December 12th.
December 12th, 9 o'clock.
All right, step to your right to the T. State your name.
Jacqueline Van Etten.
Ms. Van Etten, you're for the court charge of battery. Do you understand the charge, ma'am?
Excuse me?
You understand? Been charged with battery.
Yes. I just want to say I'm only in here on a lie.
It happens a lot, more than you would think. That I hear people tell me that. Ms. Van Etten. Been charged with battery. Based on your application, do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint a public defender to represent you. Public defender can tell you not to talk about your case, okay? I think that's excellent advice. All right. Deputy Clinton.
She died on a pretrial release from a battery on domestic on the 1st.
To a completely unrelated incident.
And then she had a less than 20 in a para this year.
I mean, they made us start it out that now they're going to be intricately linked.
I ended up being stuck on a man's couch and I tried to call 911. So
Don't be talking about your case today, please. Wait and talk to your public defender about your case.
You got a case number, ma'am?
24-5608 MM, and it's your case.
Oh. All right, Ms. Bennett, and on the new battery charge, bond set at 5,000. Court date's going to be November the 8th at 8:30. No contact, directly, indirectly, or through a third party, alleged victim. In case 24-5608, I'm spoken.
Step to your right to the T.
So that means it'll be 500 to get out, right?
It means you're not getting out. He just held you without bond.
He held me without bond.
Yes, ma'am.
I did.
What? No, how can I get bond? No, how can I get bond? I didn't do this. How can I get bond? I didn't do this. How can I get bond?
You can't get bond.
No, how can I get bond? I didn't do this.
Okay, calm down, baby.
I promise.
Okay.
Any bond, please, any bond.
Step over this way.
No, any bond. Any bond. No, I can't be held here. No, I can't be held here. Do I really not get out? Do I really not get out?
You'll get out eventually.
No, no, where did I get bond? Where do I get bond?
When hell freezes over, I guess. I don't know. Let's. What are we doing?
When do I get bond, sir? When will I get bond?
Poor baby. She don't understand.
What's
You don't understand probably.
I have Unique book, Your Honor, whenever you get a chance.
You know which one? I don't have a list. So.
What was the last name?
Buckner, Unique, first name.
All right, we'll try to move that one up when we get a chance. Is this Ms. Neal? Okay.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm well, ma'am. Before the court on a violation of probation for battery on a law enforcement officer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Based on your application, you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Judge Young, in her infinite wisdom, is order you held without bond. Your court date is going to be December the 4th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, step to your right to the T. Where? Right there on the T.
Too, sir.
When the green light comes on, sign. Next.
Ms. Fambro.
Yeah, what did he say? What
did he say? December 4th, what?
You gotta sign for it. December 4th is your court date.
I'm gonna do what? A court date?
At 9 o'clock. Ms. Fambro, when we get to the minute.
All right, maybe I'll get to go home and get to play with my little boy again. I got to play 2 days and I got to cook one meal for my son. It was eggs, grits, and toast, and I got to be his teacher, so I'm back again because I was looking for a job, but God bless y'all. You want me to sign?
Yes.
Okay, God bless you. If Oliver is somewhere.
He has.
I love you, Oliver.
So,
Have a good one. When you get a chance, amend, move number 25 up.
Man, step on out here.
I got divorced here somewhere.
Go ahead and put her in with the redhead so they can talk.
When I get a chance to what, sir?
Move number 25 up, please.
Quickie, 25. State your name, man.
Deanna Valley.
Ms. Malley, full court charged with brawling. Don't strike me as a brawler. Possession less than 20 grams of marijuana and domestic violence and battery. Understand the charges?
You understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir. I do.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Based on your application, finds you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender representative. Any questions about that?
No, sir, I don't.
Jeff, you come on history.
No history, sir.
Pretrial release, no contact with alleged victims, based on November the 8th at 8:30.
All right, step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, sir. State your name.
Is this Ms. Dunnington?
No, it's 25.
Oh. I was going to wait until after you got to the women, but thank you. All right, is this Mr. Bucknor?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bucknor, before the court charges obscene communication to seduce child, public order crime, two-way communication device during the commission of a felony, obscene communication, travel to meet after using a computer to lure child, and distributing obscene material harmful to minors. You understand those charges, sir?
Can you repeat for me one more time?
You understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork, advised of your rights. Your attorney is on with us by video. Would you like to tell me, sir?
Judge, Mr. Buckner has no prize. Mr. Buckner has no prize. These charges are arguably very serious. He has lived in Bay County for several years. He works in Bay County. He has retained counsel. He plans to mount a vigorous defense. While the charges are serious, the court understands, and I would be the first to acknowledge that the prevalence of these offenses might cause the court some ponder, but he is, like I indicated, has no priors. He's retained counsel, and he's willing to challenge the case. And as a result, Your Honor, I'd ask the court to set a reasonable bond that allows him to defend this case.
All my bonds are reasonable. Deputy, history?
Shows no
I know, Your
history,
Honor.
some alien inadmissibilities, and that's it.
Okay. All right, on the obscene communication to solicit child, bond set at 50,000. On the use of a two-way communication device during the commission of a felony, bond set at 5,000. On the obscene communication of travel to meet after computer to lure child, bond set at 50,000. And on the distributing, transmitting information harmful to minors, bond set at 50,000. Court date's going to be December 2nd, 9 o'clock. No access to internet, no access or contact with anyone under the age of 18. Good luck, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next, red X, ma'am, state your name.
Thank you, Judge.
Ma'am, before the court, charged with failing to appear for a retail theft charge and failing to appear for a violation of probation hearing for domestic violence battery in front of Judge Dyer. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir. I was having surgery on my knee. Is the reason I wasn't able to show up in court.
On either one of them?
I had 4 surgeries last month on my knee at Gulf Coast Medical. I've been in the hospital.
So in October, you had 4 surgeries?
I've had 4 surgeries, yes, sir. I got out and went back.
So in September, why can't you make it to Judge Dyer's court?
I was in surgery.
Oh, okay.
I was at Gulf Coast and Bay Medical. I had to go to Gulf Coast to actually get the surgery. So I started out at Bay Medical.
Okay. On the failure to appear for retail theft, your bond's been preset at $2,500. Your court date is November the 8th at 8:30. On the failure to appear for the violation of probation, Judge Dyer set your bond at hold without. Your court date is November the 13th at 1:30.
Step to your right. Next. Red X, ma'am. There you go. State your name.
Adriana Sarah.
And before the court, charge of domestic violence battery. Do you understand the charge?
You understand what you're charged with?
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. Based on your application, you've indicated you're going to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You could apply for a public defender if you wanted to. You know that, right?
Okay.
Okay. If you want to do that, they've got the paperwork so you can fill that out.
Okay.
Deputy, Ms. Sincere?
No, sir.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to release you on what's called pretrial release. No contact with the alleged victim. Report to the pretrial release office after court Friday, 8 at 8:30.
Step to your right to the T. Light comes on, sign. Next.
Is this Ms. Lenane?
State your name.
Does you have a bond?
You're fully court charged with possession of methamphetamine. Do you understand that charge?
Understand what you're charged with?
Sure.
Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
You got a copy of your paperwork?
Yeah.
Were you advised of your rights today?
Yes.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you've got an attorney now. Deputy, can you?
She had a lot of 80s and 90s charges, nothing newer than 11. No, and that was a DWLSI.
Nothing since 11?
Yep.
Okay. Pre-trial release with random UAs. Court date's going to be December 2nd at 9 o'clock.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign for me.
All right, is this Ms. Garner?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Garner, you for the court charged with possession of fentanyl, possession of a firearm by convicted felon, driving under the influence, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy Criminal History.
It has a note that the Georgia NCIC was down, so I don't have a complete history for her, but it's out of Georgia.
No, sir.
I wouldn't, but you can if you want to.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
That's fair. All right, on the possession of fentanyl, bond set at 25,000. On the firearm by convicted felon is 10,000. Driving license, driving under the influence is 5,000, and the paraphernalia is 1,000. Court date is going to be November 18th at 9 o'clock with random UAs, and that is the correct court.
Is it the 18th though?
I checked it. Double checked it. Just for you, ma'am.
She's asking you a question, sir.
I didn't
What's
know
that?
if that meant like a pretrial. I'm not familiar. I mean, if I'm doing like a pretrial, if I'll be under supervision of probation, or if that's what you're stating.
No, you're going to be on bond. I mean, I've given you bond options to get out, but you got to
Okay.
date November.
Do that amount of money, and I'll then come back to court on that date that you assigned, correct? Okay, I understand. Thank you, sir.
Sign where the light is. Next. Red X down. State your name.
Like Hannah.
Ms. Cannon, you fully court are principal grand theft and fraudulent illegal use of credit cards. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you give me copies of paperwork and advise your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Deputy Criminal
Yes, sir.
History.
She shows no history, sir.
Pre-trial release, no contact with alleged victim. Court date's going to be December the 23rd, 9 o'clock.
Step to your right to the T. Next. Red X. State your name.
I'm Leslie Bush.
Ms. Bush, the full court charge of possession of meth or violation of probation for what was originally a possession of meth in front of Judge Registry. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. You have an attorney now. Judge Register has ordered you held without bond. Your court date is December the 12th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Step to your right.
It's December the 12th or November the 12th?
December.
December.
Those circuit judges don't work very often.
State your name.
Ms. Hutchins, you fully court on an out-of-county warrant out of Washington County signed by Judge Peel. You understand that, ma'am?
I'm sorry, could you repeat it?
You're before the court for an out-of-county warrant. It looks like a trespass charge out of Washington County signed by Judge Peel.
Mhm.
Judge Peel has requested the honor of your presence. Have we got any?
Yeah, I mean, it just happened the weekend, but she is scheduled anyway.
All right, so hypothetically speaking, ma'am, if I were to tell you that we were going to bring her back on November 12th.
That's fine.
That's what I want. All right, Ms. Hutchins, what that tells me is they got you scheduled to be picked up and transferred long before then, okay? We'll get you back to Chipley ASAP.
Thank you so very much.
All right, step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, sir. State your name.
I don't hear anymore. No. The attorney's not here now. Total. All right, is this Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Moore, you report to resisting officer without violence and false ID to a law enforcement officer. Do you understand the charges?
Yes.
You're also before the court on a violation of probation for driving under the influence in front of, that was originally in front of Judge Grammer, now in front of Judge Dyer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, part of it, I believe.
Based on your application, do qualify. Go ahead and public defender represent you, so you have an attorney now.
Okay.
Yes.
He has ISW in place also.
Okay. All right, Mr. Moore. What that means is you got an in-state warrant, so even if I release you on your own recognizance, I'll let you go. You understand that, right?
For Walton County?
I'm not sure what county it is. You do have a hold for another county though.
So on resisting, fine is 2,500. On the false name, fine is 2,500. Court date on the new charges is going to be November the 8th at 8:30. He's held without bond on the VOP. His court date is November 13th at 8:30 in front of Judge Dyer now.
Sir, can I just add though that I was not understanding because at the time I kind of blacked out. I have PTSD. Okay. So when they was asking me questions about who I was, I actually don't remember certain parts of that. They said I said so I was not.
Wait, hey,
like that.
Wait and talk to your public defender about the situation, okay?
Okay, I just wanted you to be aware it wasn't willing or like something like intentional. Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Step on the T. Ready, sir?
Craig Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, you fully court to a resisting officer without violence and loitering or prowling. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Sir, based on your application, I find that you do qualify, and go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
I'm good on that.
Deputy, criminal history?
They have him on drug offender probation.
This happened in the brief, the pick was.
Huh?
What happened?
The only charges, I think he says homework on some other charges.
Yes, it does. You got a case number, ma'am?
23, 34, 22. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Johnson, resisting officer without violence bonds 1,500. The loitering and prowling 4 days, November the 8th at 8:30. And I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation case 23-3422. Good luck, sir.
All right. Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Ready, sir? State your name.
Mr. Wells, how you doing, sir?
All right, that's fine, sir.
Mr. Wells, before the court charge driving under the influence. You understand that charge, sir?
Sir.
You understand why you're here?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Got a copy of your paper?
Yes, sir.
You gotta work. All right, so based on your application, you've indicated you're going to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Deputy criminal history, Mr. Wells?
Just the battery last year and that's it.
All right, Mr. Wells, I'm going to release what's called pretrial release, and you report to the pretrial release office after court on Friday. Court date is November 8th at 8:30. You're not to possess or consume alcohol while you're on release, okay?
Yes, sir. It was my first time drinking.
Okay. Well,
Don't tell nobody. Don't,
Yes,
no, it's recorded. I done
Okay.
told you.
Good.
Step to your right to the T. Stop
Better
telling
late
me. Next.
I don't really know how to respond to that. Let's ease into it next time. How about that?
State
Is
your
this
name, sir.
Mr. Prather? Mr. Prather, you're for the court charted operating a motorcycle without a license.
Yes, sir. I didn't have the M on my license.
Okay. The endorsement?
No, sir. No, sir.
I got you. Did you have an accident, sir?
No, actually, well, yeah, it was a year ago. A deck fell.
Okay.
Fell on.
I want to make sure. I just want to make sure. Because of the. Okay. No, we're good. I just wanted to. I was trying to make sure that people aren't keeping you out of the hospital when you need to be at the hospital. All right, Mr. Prather, I understand you've been giving copies of paperwork, advised of your rights. Based on your application, you don't want a public defender. You're going to represent yourself. Is that right?
Yeah. I don't think I need it. I don't think.
Good. Deputy, come on.
I can't quite read, on the ticket, so because they didn't allow me to keep my.
He has the ISW in place also.
Mr. Prather, it's gonna sound weird, okay? But bear with me. I'm gonna put a $50 bond on you. Here's the problem. Even if you made it, we can't let you go because you got that in-state warrant, okay?
Yes,
so just hang tight. You're getting credit for all the time you spend in the Bay County Jail on this charge. I'll see you Friday, the 8th at 8:30. We can resolve this case, and then we can worry about that other warrant, okay?
Now, let me ask you, all right, so the other deal, because it's supposed to be for the child support, the back child support. So
Yeah.
they said if I gave the $2,000, that would.
So you got a
if I
you
paid
already know the purge amount? Is it 2,000?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was 2,000.
Okay, well, then in theory, you could post the $50 bond on this and the purge, and they would release you, and you just have to show up in court on Friday.
Okay, perfect. So if my wife goes ahead and gets it paid, I've been waiting to be able to talk to her, but they can't straighten out my PIN number in there so I could talk to her. So to tell her, which way we got to pay this and that. So
Yeah, absolutely. I put a low enough monetary bond on. This isn't going to jam you up, okay?
Now, do I pay that here or?
Yes.
Okay, pay it
Yes.
here. So does she come up here to the jail to pay the 2,000? Okay, and then after that, do the $50 bond. Okay, perfect.
Slide over to the T.
Okay.
When the green light comes on, you're gonna sign. Frederick, sir, state your name.
Judge, before the court charge trespass, you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been giving copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. That's true, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, based on your application, unless you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney to represent you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Deputy Commissioner.
30th, less than 20 para, August FTA, April domestic, 23 traffic amphetamine, 22 resisting. Locally, it goes back to 19. You have another county in Florida and a Texas on charge, older.
Bond said 2,500. No contact with the alleged victim. Court dates will be November 8th at 8:30. Good luck, sir.
Right.
Yep, Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, yep, step on the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Reddick, sir. State your name.
Jonathan Richard.
Mr. Richard, before the court charges sex offender violation times 2. Do you understand those charges?
I do understand the charges, sir. I don't plead guilty to one of them. I was told I was exempt by the sheriff. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't want you to plead guilty to either of them.
Okay.
I just want to understand.
I do understand.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, if I find that you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Sir.
Yeah, criminal history, Mr. Richard?
He's on sex offender probation also.
Case number, ma'am?
22, 3399 CF.
All right, sir. Bond said 10,000 on each of the failure to registers. signing a warrant for violation of probation, case 22-3399. Your case is going to be heard on November the 18th. That's the right date at 9 o'clock.
So both are 10,000 each?
The one that really matters is the VOP.
He just did it. Step on the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Hello. Here you go. Face the TV and state your name. Yep, stay back on the X.
Okay.
There you go. Now state your name.
My name is Jordan Wilson.
Mr. Wilson, before the court charge of domestic violence battery by strangulation. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
No, sir.
Bond set at 10,000. No contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party alleged victim. Court date's going to be December the 23rd at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Green. Wait for the light to come on. You'll see it. Green. Red X. Here you go. State your name.
Brian Green.
Mr. Green, you're for the court, charged with sex bat with a weapon ×2. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
Judge Gay has already set your bonds at $150,000 on each count. Your court date's going to be December the 4th at 9 o'clock. No contact with the alleged victim or anyone under the age of 18.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Next. Step on the red X.
Yes, ma'am.
State your name.
Justin Cox. Mr. Cox, for the court charge of failing to register as a sex offender. Do you understand the charge?
I would just ask for clarification. Is it failure to register or failure to like register the VIN number of my trailer?
Yes. It's all encompassing the same thing, but yes, it's about not having the right VIN number on your trailer, not having the right description of the trailer.
I just want.
But I mean, yes, the answer to your question is yes. That's what you're charged with. So I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you qualify for the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Yeah, if you criminal history.
I have him on sex offender probation also.
Case number, ma'am?
15-4128 CF.
All right, Mr. Scott, bond set 2,000 on the felon to register. 23rd at 9 o'clock, and I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation case 15-4128. Good luck, sir.
All right. So if I bond out, will I be violated by the time I get out?
He just did it. He did it from the bench. He just violated you.
So I can't bond out.
No. Step on the T. When the green light comes on, sign for your copy. Next. Miller. Red X, sir. Face the TV and state your name.
Jason Miller.
Mr. Miller, you the court charged with illegal use of credit cards ×2 and grand theft. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir. I didn't realize I had two charges of it. I just thought I had, I didn't realize I had three charges. I thought I only had two. I've only been given two.
Okay. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you.
Yes,
Deputy.
sir.
Tennessee 23 FTA ×2, contempt ×3 and 22, trespass 21, controlled substance, VOP, FTA 19, it goes back to 14 in Tennessee.
10,000 on fraudulent use of credit card, 10,000 on the grand theft. Court date's going to be December 23rd, 9 o'clock. No contact, alleged victim.
Okay, hey, can I ask about my wife? Like, we're charged with the same charge.
I don't even know who your wife is.
Julie.
She getting out. Step
She
over to
getting
the
out?
T. Mm-hmm. When the green light comes on, step over to the T. Next.
Right. You let me know I can't make no bone.
He can hear you. It's not muted. Next. Frederick, sir. State your name.
Mr. Cody, full court charge of felon to register. You understand the charge?
Kind of, not really.
Okay. Like, find a phone number that didn't provide when you registered with FDLE or the sheriff.
Can I have your phone number?
I told her to sit outside the gym waiting until you get out.
You had 3 different numbers. 2 of them registered, 1 of them wasn't, allegedly. I don't know, I wasn't there.
No,
I
yes,
understand.
okay.
You've been advised of your rights. Based on your application, you qualify. I'm gonna go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney.
I'll take it a public defender.
I gave you one.
Talk about your
Deputy.
case today.
Okay, I can barely hear you. You're cutting in and out, sir. I'm sorry.
He said,
Don't talk
the facts
about
of
your,
case. Deputy,
Under probation.
case number?
21-1023. Seth.
All right, Mr. Coatney, bond set 10,000, fill in the register. Sign on warrant for violation of probation, case 21-1023. Your court date's gonna be December 23rd at 9 o'clock.
You gotta take that little bond. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Step on the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. State your name, sir.
Holly Ryle.
Deral, you fully court charged driving license been revoked as a 3rd or subsequent offense. You understand that charge, sir?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you're gonna either hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Is that how you're gonna proceed?
Yes, sir.
All right. Deputy Criminal History, Mr. Rawl?
Sir.
Same charge 21 with the FTA. And then prior to that, nothing since 9, and that was burglary and grand theft.
Mr. Rawl, they charge you, they've upped this to a felony because of your priors, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna set a monetary fine of 2,500, treat it kind of like a misdemeanor, because I figure that's probably how it's gonna get resolved. Your court date's gonna be December 12th at 9 o'clock. Good luck.
Well, yeah, you can go ahead and back out. We'll bring it to you. Next. Right, sir. State your name.
Sean Jansen.
Mr. Jansen, you fully court charged violation of sex offender registration ×2. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm gonna go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy Criminal History?
He's on probation for the same charge.
Case number?
21-440 CS.
All right, sir. Bond set at 5,000 on each of the felony registers. Court date's gonna be December 23rd at 9 o'clock. And I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation, case 21-440. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Step to your right to the T. Red X, sir. State your name.
David Grant.
Is this Mr. Grant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Grant, you fully court your cruelty towards child used to allow a child to engage in sexual activity, sex bout on a person under the age of 18 but older than 12, and travel to meet with a child or to lure a child after meeting on computer. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
Georgia DWLSR in 24, Tennessee 22, DWLSR, reckless in 21, FTA in 17.
Bond said $1 million on engage in sexual activity with a child, 1.5 million on sex bat with special concern, and 500,000 on the meeting or traveling to meet minor for sex. Court date's going to be November the 18th at 9 o'clock. No internet access, no access to anyone under the age of 18.
To your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Red X, sir. Here you go. State your name.
Anthony Archer.
Mr. Archer, you're fully court charged with false imprisonment of an adult and domestic violence battery by strangulation. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender. Law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney to represent yourself. Death on history?
Just a DWLSR in 21. That's it.
False imprisonment of adults, 15,000. Domestic violence battery by strangulation is 10,000. No contact directly, indirectly through a third party alleged victim. Court date is November 18th, actual date at 9 o'clock.
Step to your right to the T. Next. Red X, state your name.
Holden Burleson.
What happened to Bone?
I guess he didn't want to join us.
He's here somewhere. Bone.
Mr.
Go ahead,
Burleson,
bro.
how you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Mr. Burleson, you're fully court charged of violation of probation for what was originally tampering with evidence, possession of controlled substance, forgery, uttering forged instrument, and grand theft, all in front of Judge Clark. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Judge Clark has ordered you held without bond. Your court date is December the 18th at 9 o'clock. Good luck.
Bond's next.
Next. Come here, come here.
Come here. Sorry.
Red X, state your name.
Jeffrey Bone.
Mr. Bone, you're a violation of probation for what was originally possession of methamphetamine charge. You've been ordered held without bond. Your court date is November the 12th at 9 o'clock.
November the 12th, 9 o'clock.
All right, step to your right to the T. What was that?
I said yes, sir. I was agreeing with
Okay.
it.
Next.
Everybody's all serious. Why are you all serious?
I had no groceries.
I got it. I feel that. All right, Mr. Palmer, you're fully court on violation of probation for what was originally possession of obscene material and harmful minor. Based on your application, you do qualify for a public defender. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Judge Stevenson has ordered that you be held without bond. Your court date is November the 27th at 9 o'clock.
All right. Okay.
Step to your right behind him. Next. Not from me. Wait till after court. It's like 4 people left. State your name, sir.
Sean Booth.
Mr. Booth, you're fully court charged of failing to register. You understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You indicate you're going to hire your own attorney to represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
No, Your Honor, with the booking officer, I told him I was gonna need a public defender.
Okay, well, we need you to fill out the appropriate paperwork so we can determine if you qualify, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
History?
The original charge out of Alabama in 21 and fraudulent illegal use of credit cards locally in 17. That's it.
Bond set at 10,000. Court date's gonna be December 23rd at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Step to your right to the T. Next. Frederick, sir, state your name.
Mr. Dickens, you're fully court charged of domestic violence battery. Do you understand the charge?
Say again, sir?
Do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and is that true?
Got a copy of your paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Were you advised of your rights today?
Here, but not by the police.
Right, here, today.
Yeah, yes, here, yes.
Not when you were arrested.
Yeah, I can see it, so.
Here, yes.
Based on your application, qualify, I'm gonna go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any questions about that?
Yes.
Jeff?
No history, sir.
All right, Mr. Dickens, I'm gonna release you on what's called pretrial release. You're gonna have no contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party, the alleged victim. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Court date's gonna be November the 8th at 8:30. And you're to report the pretrial release after court on that date.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Understood.
Step to your right to the T. Reddick, sir. There you go. State your name.
Michael Johnson.
And aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. That's true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, finds you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
He gave you a public defender.
Yes, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
You got him on probation also.
All right, Mr. Johnson, on the child abuse, bond set at 15,000. On the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, firearm, bond set at 50,000. Contact with the alleged victims. I'm signing a warrant for violation of probation case 22, 25, 21. Good luck, sir.
Thank
Next. Reddick, sir. State your name.
Nathaniel Brown.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, you're fully court charged of violation. Well, actually, just no valid driver's license. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes.
All right. What was the court date?
November 11th, November 18th.
All right, Mr. Brown, based on your application, you do qualify for the service of the public defender's office. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Deputy, criminal history?
Had a couple of FTAs last year, and in Kentucky, you had a contempt in 16.
All right. Mr. Brown, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. Your court date is going to be Friday, November the 8th at 8:30. Good luck, sir.
$10,000.
10,000.
And that's a wrap.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Been another one of those nights. Had a bunch of Simpson, and we had a fair helping of Judge Van, Bay County, Florida, Panama City. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure presenting these videos for you, these court cases of the day. Both of these dockets you saw today were from today. That is November the 6th, 2024. Come by tomorrow. Who we got? Judge Fleisch will probably be back around. Fleischer Forum will be back in full effect. And who knows? Maybe we'll have some more Van. So if you're up for a little bit more court cases and talking smack about court cases, just learning stuff in general about the court system, come by tomorrow night around, say, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time, and the night after that. And on Saturday, come by around 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern. We'll do a weekend review. Watch a bunch of stuff. Spend a couple hours together watching some hodgepodge from the week. See what we got going on. Ladies and gentlemen, chat's been amazing. Thank you for hanging out. I'm your Lone Wolf Usul. I've been your curator for these court cases this evening. If I can say anything, thank you, and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a great night. I'm your Lone Wolf Usul. And I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night.